Hello. Hello. We are talking today about top 10 signs that you yourself may be a people pleaser. Top 10 signs that you may be a people pleaser. And so we are going to discuss this. And the reason I'm bringing in this pondering video today is because I am wanting to, for the whole month of November, bring in a challenge. So if you've been following me for a while, first of all, welcome back. I love the fact that you're coming into these pondering videos. If there's a video that you really like, make sure you hit the like button. That way I know what kinds of videos you're really resonating with, and I can give you more of that kind of content. If you really are inspired by something, as I've mentioned before, send it to someone else. And if you're new to this channel, I am saying welcome, welcome, welcome. May these pondering videos be as beneficial to you as it is and has been for me in my life and in my own healing journey. And I truly welcome you so much. Okay. So let's talk about it. So in the month of November, and if you're in the future, you can come back and watch these videos in my inner circle group, my women's group. We talk about service. We talk about service. We talk about what is service. Most everybody who comes to my work is a person that volunteers. They're a person that signs up at the school. They sign up at church. They sign up in their community. They're the people that are, putting the chairs away at the events. They're the people that are holding and running the block parties. They're people that are of service consistently. But are they really serving? That's what we look at. Because if you're doing all that and you're resentful or you're bitter or you're burned out, is it still service? Right? Is it still service? Are you making other people's feelings more important than your own? And so for the whole month of November, that's what we talk about in the inner circle. And we're talking about people pleasing. So who are the people pleasers? They're usually people who have been taught, sort of role modeled, that you're only as good as what you do in the world. You're not worthy on your own. You have to be a good girl or a good boy in order for you to be worthy. Or you have been through some relational trauma, avoidant, anxious, these different sort of attachments where you weren't always met with the caregiving that you needed, so that you didn't know that your needs were going to be met. So you sort of strive for it, right? So there's different ways that we could be coming into the people pleasing sort of coping mechanism that at some point worked in our lives that no longer works, right? This is all about healing, and it's all about transformation, and it's all about taking ownership and responsibility of I'm not my past, right? But I am my present. And how do I want to be showing up today? So that's what we're here for. If you want to join this challenge, then I'm going to give you 3 ways that you can join our challenge. And you can do some of this work on your own, where we really are sort of self-correcting away from doing the coping tools of people pleasing and sort of getting more grounded in ourselves. So I'll give you those in just a bit. But let's get into it. What are some of the top 10 signs that you're a people pleaser? I'm not necessarily saying this is in order, but for me, I think it's pretty roughly in order. Okay. Number 1, you are scared to be selfish. You are scared to look selfish. You don't go on a yoga retreat because that's selfish. You don't take time for yourself because looks selfish. You don't buy yourself new clothes, but you'll buy them for your spouse or your kids or your neighbors, but you're not getting yourself some stuff. So you're scared of looking selfish. Number 2, you're always agreeable. Like you're always like, she's so accommodating. He's so easy, right? You're always agreeable. Where do you want to sit? I don't know. Where do you want to sit? What do you want for dinner? I don't know. What do you want for dinner, right? You're always agreeable. And I've always been taught that passive aggressive, if we get more and more agreeable, that we end up being passive aggressive, that is a form of abuse, because we're always wondering, what does that person want? What does that person need? And it really is sort of draining. Number 3, low self-esteem. Like I said, you are only as good as your last performance, is what they used to say when we were actors. You're only good as that last performance. So you're always sort of dependent on the outside way of being something for you to feel worthy. Number 4, you're hiding the truth. Right? You're hiding your truth. So, somebody said something that hurt your feelings, but you don't say anything because you don't want to have that conflict, or you don't want to make them feel bad. Right? So you're hiding that truth. But the thing is it doesn't go away, does it? It just goes inside of you, and it's going to erupt later. Number 5, you're seeking approval. You're needing approval. Like, she didn't say she liked the report. Does she like the report? Or he didn't say I look nice. Does he think I look pretty? Like, you need other people to give you that validation so that you feel like you are worthy. Okay. Number 6, and this is a huge one that I keep hearing in my yoga classes, especially in the last couple of weeks as I've been sort of watching for it. I'm sorry. Consistently apologizing for yourself. Yesterday I was in the restroom, a public restroom, and I didn't lock the door, and a woman opened, and she's like, I'm sorry, and I said, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. It's like why are we so sorry, right? It's like apologizing. You forget to bring your yoga block to the yoga mat and say, I'm sorry, or someone bumps into you. It's like, I'm sorry. I say, I'm sorry for you bumping. It's just really odd that we say and apologize for ourselves. So if you're one of those folks that's consistently apologizing for yourself, I want you to watch for that. Next is you are guilty for setting your own boundaries, right? You're guilty for setting your own healthy boundaries. So one of the ways I like to look at it is if you yell at me, I walk away. Right? If you yell at me, I walk away. You can keep yelling, right? You can yell. I'm not telling you not to yell. I'm just telling you that I'm going to walk away, right? Setting healthy boundaries. You're just not feeling guilty. Okay, so we've got a few more, but before we do that, I said that there was going to be a challenge in November. So I want to take a little road trip here and tell you 3 ways that you can join me in this challenge, sort of to work through this if you're starting to think like, I might be a people pleaser, right? A couple ways to do it. Number 1, join my newsletter list. I send out emails a couple times a week, and it's www.innergazeyoga.com, www.innergazeyoga.com. And I'm going to be sending out emails for you to do some of this journaling work on your own. It's a little bit of a deeper dive than we do here in the YouTube channel. So if you're wanting to do a little bit more work, then I want you to join that newsletter, and you'll get these emails throughout the month of November. So that's innergazeyoga.com. Number 2, or subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'm going to be covering it here too, so you'll be able to follow along, not as deep as what the emails will have, but you'll still be able to follow along with these pondering videos. And so subscribe to the channel, share it with a friend. And number 3, you can join the Inner Circle. So the Inner Circle is my Healthy Habit Women's group. You can join just the Healthy Habit group, or you could join that plus add in 100 extra yoga classes a week if you're somebody who likes to learn the yoga on and off the mat. There's 2 different tiers of memberships for you. And we come together weekly, 1 hour a week. We sit in a self-reflective group, either online, anywhere in the world via Zoom, or you can come in person if you're here in Illinois, Evanston or Oak Park. We come together and we actually look at these habits, and we hear ourselves speaking in a loving community. I call it a hygge, a cozy little place where we can come together and we work through some of these things together. Okay. So 3 ways. Number 1, join my newsletter and get those emails. Number 2, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Or 3, join that Inner Circle. And I'm sure you've seen the links all over the place on how to do that, but you can always reach out to me too. Okay. All right. Number 8. And this is a big one I just said this week. Okay. No you time. There are 1,440 minutes in a day. 1,440 minutes in a day. If you can't make 5 minutes, right? 5 minutes for yourself to meditate, to use the restroom, to watch the trees blow in the wind, right? To play with the dog, something's amiss, right? Something is wrong. Life is out of balance because you would have 1,435 minutes to still do all the other things, but 5 minutes would be there for yourself. So if you don't have you time, that's a pretty tall tale, you know what I mean? It's a surefire sign that you are maybe a people pleaser. Number 9, you care about others' opinions. Like you're always looking for other people's opinions of you. You're worried about other people's opinion. Little sign, I've said the word scared, I've said the word guilty, and now I'm saying the word worried, right? These are signs, these are feeling tones that you are sort of in people-pleasing mode. So I sent the report in and she didn't say she liked it. Does that mean she likes it? I wonder if she likes it, right? Or he didn't say he likes the dress. Does he think I look pretty? How does he think of it? Right? If you're constantly wondering and worrying and anxious about other people's opinions of you, then maybe you are showing up in a way to sort of manipulate people's opinions of you. I love the idea of like, if I want to impress you, right? I want you to be impressed by me right now. I'm impressing something on you. I'm pushing something on you. And that energy is not great. So watch that. And then for me, my opinion, this is the 10th one, but the top number 1 sign that you are a people pleaser is the inability to say no. No, right? No. My teacher, Nikki Myers, says that no is a complete sentence, right? Not no, but I'll do it next time. No, and I, or no, this. No, 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 right? Is a good way to see if you have the ability to say no and how it feels when you say no, right? When you say no. All right. So if this is interesting for you, if you feel like maybe you're a people pleaser, maybe you will take that challenge with us. Again, if you've liked this video, hit that like button so that I know this is the content that you want us to talk about. But we are going to talk about it all month of November. As always, may this work be of deep benefit for you. We are caring how we feel. I always like to say my business is Inner Gaze with Kim, but the subtitle underneath is care about how you feel. Care about how you feel. Don't just let those feelings be feelings, right? We want to be noticing how we're feeling because how we feel is how our life feels. Okay. As always, may it be a benefit to you. Deep bows and so much love. I love you. I love you without even knowing you. I love you. Namaste.